What's up, fellow Clashers? It's Apollyon here, and I'm going to go ahead and do a quick little recap. Well, I say quick, it probably will still be long, but do a war recap against Apocalipto. They were a Go White clan. You can see the score was not really close. They did have a Town Hall 10 with level 3 Infernos, which equals no perfect war, no 3 stars. So we weren't able to get the perfect war. We were 2 away from it, just on base number 1. But, everybody pitched in. Their bases were not really rushed, not a very good design, very easy for us to take. Big news is I have gone and upgraded to Town Hall 9. So let's go ahead and check out my first attack as Town Hall 9. And we'll go ahead and take a pretty simple base, a couple of Expos, low Royals. But I'll come and bring in I think it's just a mass hog in here. Troll Tesla at the edge. So I'll have to use my king there. I was going to do a king-queen swap anyway, so it just speeds things up a little bit. No need to fail this because of that. But, they will go ahead and take out my king pretty quickly. He will get that swap into the king-queen swap, take out that queen. But you didn't get much more out of him. Drop just one giant to tank for these couple hogs. Wanted to make sure I got this in order to start my pathing for the hogs, and also as well as some giant bombs. I don't know if giant bombs are there or not. So I'll go ahead and do basically a 2-finger drop. It's a very compact base, which means I just need to make them walk through the entire base. I'll go ahead and lay my first heal there. On the Expo, drop the rest of my hogs there up on top. A little late with those hogs. Should have probably dropped them in a little sooner to meet up with that, so they could have got that heal. Drop the third heal as I heal up towards the lower part of the core. Drop the rest of my hogs in there. And then, just because I'm new with it, drop the queen for absolutely no reason. I should have dropped the queen for cleanup, but that queen gets beat down by a level 7 king, no problem. Level 2 queens do not have their ability, so yeah, that was a complete waste. But drop that last heal on the double giant bombs, and my hogs are healed completely up to full. I think they do have double Teslas, so they had 3 troll Teslas in each of the corners. That will make that whiz get taken out real quick, but I have a minion that's going to go ahead and do some damage on that king as the hog chases. He decides to just give up the chase and go ahead and walk back. The hogs will not forget, though. They will go ahead back to him and take him out. I've got wizards cleaning up on the bottom or left, and some barbarians and goblins cleaning up on the bottom, but the hogs will pretty much take care of everything else. Let's go ahead and fast forward as the hogs go ahead and take out the rest of this base. And we've got the 3 stars, my first 3-star attack with Town Hall 9, albeit not the best base to go against. But I am also very low Town Hall 9. So it was my first day, I think. All right. So let's go ahead. I've done a how-to hog, if you haven't checked that out. Kind of like a rudimentary tutorial on how to do hogs at Town Hall 8. And, a lot of these bases were all hogged, so I'm going to skip all these. Just go ahead and check that video out of how to hog at Town Hall 8 that I just released. And, look at those, and you'll see some good hog attacks. So I don't want to, skip over them and say they weren't good. Some of the ones that I did not get to feature were the ones I'm going to show right now. So we'll check out number 16 getting hit by Yona at our number 30, and he's going to bring a GoHo. So he's going to have 2 healers, a golem, and the rest hogs. So he'll go ahead and grab that lure, drag him down to the south portion, and go ahead and use poison. And I have a little bit of trouble, I think, with this clan castle. Yeah, he starts going around, and he's going to drop the heal, which is the healers, which is going to be pretty good for that golem because he's getting hit by the dragon. So the healers will heal him up a little bit. He decided not to bring a shattered entrance, 2 golems, just 1 golem that's going to be healed. Unfortunately, I think these the healers get taken out pretty early by the air defenses, but he drops a P.E.K.K.A. in there, which will walk. Almost looks like it's going to go rerouted back, but it's not. There's too many defenses. But on the good side, he's going to completely knock out this king with just a couple of punches. And there we go. So she will walk around the base, and she'll knock out the king with a couple punches. And yeah, now it's just time to sprinkle in these hogs. He gets hit by a giant bomb immediately, has to heal right there. Catches it in time, though, from that wizard tower damage. So, you know, that's another reason why you need to have level 4 hogs. Those level 3s would have been hit with that first hit by the wizard tower. They would have been beat after a giant bomb hits them. So the golems are making it in there pretty far. The healer's doing pretty good, actually. I'm sorry, the healer did make it in pretty far. So not too bad. There it gets taken out. And the hogs are still going around while they are being shielded by the golem and the king. Golem has not even popped, nor will it pop. It's almost half life. So definitely worth those healers to keep it alive and make it go through the whole entire base. P.E.K.K.A is doing her job all the way around, doing the cleaning on the outsides. And now it's just time for the total cleanup. So nice job there, and good 3 stars. Way to bring in that little hybrid there with the healer golem instead. It's always nice to mix things up. Number 18. Going to do a mass hog, and we weren't able to feature this one in the How to Hog. So I was going to do a king tank here. In just a little bit, we'll do get the lure plus the, oh no, I'm sorry, not the lure. We'll get the giant bomb trigger, and now is time for the lure. So we'll go ahead and drop that hog in there. We'll grab the dragon and the, I don't know why he dropped that. And I guess it's the first attack and trying to see where if there was another giant bomb he could trigger, but it was a Tesla. So we'll do the barbarians and wizards trade-off there. Drop the king in there to tank for these wizards as well as the hog, although he's not really tanking too well for the wizards, but he is tanking well for the hogs. So he'll go ahead and do like a 3-finger drop here, all the way in the top corner. Start funneling his hogs throughout that core, get them pushed to the core. Still has 12 more of his own, and has, I think, 5 more in the clan castle. So he'll go ahead and use his first heal there, where they're all coming in towards that wizard tower to ward off that splash damage, as well as the mortar splash damage. Drops some more of his hogs, doing kind of like a counterclockwise surgical type deployment. Very, very nicely done. As the other hogs are tanking for them, he drops more in on the bottom. And I think that's used up all his hogs. Still has 1 more heal. And it doesn't really need that heal if he doesn't want to use it. But it's better to be safe than sorry. There are no more giant bombs that are going to be triggered here. He's already triggered that one. And, he's got to clean up that archer tower. The hogs are completely standing in heals. So they'll go ahead and take out that king super fast. And then everybody's cleaning up. So nice attack, Berkeley. Way to go, man. Get those 3 stars. Number 21. We're going to watch Excalibur do a GoVaLo. He's going to bring a quad quake. And it's a very common internet base. Again, tic-tac-toe maybe, I don't know what it's called. But, he's going to get some decent value out of these minions and start that funnel. There's nothing that's going to go ahead and hit these minions yet. As far as cannons and mortars. That golem, he's going to bring a shattered entrance with 2 golems, start tanking, and then start the real funnel with the wizards, and get that all ready for the Valkyries to drop in. Like I said, he brought a quad quake, so they're going to go. He's going to open that compartment, and then the golems will finish off with these cannons and reroute all the way back in the core. It's time to drop the king in there. It drops the Valkyries, and it's funny because if you look at this, there is a building which you got to train your Valkyries. There is this building right here that the wizard's hitting, the gold storage, and they're going to hit this, and then one of them is going to decide, I want to go ahead and get that gold storage, but it's down, so I'll stop and I'll reroute back in there again. So always looking to reroute wherever they can. She even takes a little trip to get that Tesla. That'll be toasted real quick, and goes and brings an extra heal besides that quad quake. And we'll heal them up in the core. It's time to drop the loons now. The air defenses are pretty much all down. There's 1 left, but the loons have already been deployed on the bottom left-hand side in the 9 o'clock position. We'll run into some traps. or some bomb traps, but it's all right. That cannon can't hurt that loon up there, and has a couple more loons to deploy. And the really cool thing was to watch that giant. He deployed a giant first. Anytime you're going into a wizard tower or an archer tower and you want those loons to get a little bit more extra life, sometimes it's worth it bringing a giant in there because they have so much more hit points, and both of them are so slow that the loons will get there in time, and it just stretches them out a little bit more, especially with the wizard tower where they're doing splash damage to a balloon. A wizard tower can start doing some serious damage, and if it's hit by a bomb trap or something like that along with that wizard tower, can take out a group of 3 wizards, take out a group of 3 loons before they even get to that wizard tower. So it's smart to tank with that giant. So nice attack, Excalibur. We get those 3 stars. Number 25 was hit to take my attack. I actually hit 25 first and 3-starred it. And, Surgical comes in there as we didn't really have anything else to attack, and brings a king walk. So I had to show this. We'll go ahead and grab the lure there very simply, and we'll go ahead and anchor, semi-anchor down here on the bottom. And that's what you have to do when you don't have an anchor, as far as a building that you can go ahead and throw an archer on or something in order to wait for it. So drops the king there, with 4 healers behind it. It will go ahead and smack down that enemy king pretty soon. Has to use the ability. It's just popped right there, but we'll get a little bit out of that hog there, 1 for 1. And that king is going to go ahead and walk its way through. Right now it's being tickled by the wizard tower, so those healers will heal it up pretty nicely back up to full again, as there's really no point defenses. We'll trip that giant bomb, but it will just, again, barely just tickle it. Healers will heal it back up to full, and it's time to start deploying these hogs up at the top and make their way to converge back down to where the king is. So he'll use his heal there. Has 1 more heal left over, and we'll start to use the rest. He still has 4 more hogs left after these are deployed, and it's time to deploy them at the Tesla. They'll start making their way towards the other hogs or down to the mortar, and still being very patient with this heal. The king will tank for that cannon for the hog, so he doesn't have to use the heal right there. I'm not sure if there's another giant bomb that he's worried about but there is possibilities of a giant bomb there, so he doesn't want to lose the raid because tripping that in the core. So he will heal them up. There's only 1 more point defense to go after, and that is that archer tower. They sidestepped that spring trap, and no hogs were sprung. And now it is time for cleanup. King is completely full. Healers are still doing their thing, and I think they're going to go ahead and clean up this clan castle before everybody breaks through the walls. Again, hogs, awesome cleanup troops. So nicely done, Surgical. Way to take away my attack on there and showcase yours. All right, 29. Let's check out Janitor. Go ahead and do a GoVaLo. And I didn't check the other one, what it was, the other GoVaLo as far as level, but this is just going to show you that you can do a GoVaLo with level 1 level 1 Valkyries and level 1 Golems. So it's definitely can be done. It's always best to level them up as high as you can. I mean, you want to get those level 2 Valks and level 2 Golems, but definitely this is not a maxed out base. It's a pretty high level, or medium-sized level Town Hall 8 defensive base, but definitely a level 1 Valks and level 1 Golems will do the trick, as you'll see. Goes ahead and takes care of this clan castle, kind of. Has a lot of problems with it, though, but they do aggro on that Golem, so he'll be able to take care of that. Okay, he uses Quad Quake to get inside, brings an extra heal there, and sends the Valkyries through the core, and we'll go ahead and heal them up, and heals those Golems back up. And good deployment on the loons right now, except for that top one. Maybe a little too early, just a tiny bit. But the one on the left-hand side, perfect timing. As you'll see, they will take out one of those loons up top. But the other air defense goes down, and all the loons are completely circling the rest of this base, and it's almost all over. The Valkyries are tanking for that last air archer tower. The Golem is tanking for the Teslas, And yeah, it's just time for these loons to go ahead and start doing their thing. And they will run into some traps, which are definitely a bad thing. But he drops the poison perfectly. Nice, because loons move so slow that those air skelly traps definitely stay in that poison for an extended amount of time. All right, so nice 3 stars, Jenna. Nice attack. Way to go, GoVaLo it. All right, 30. We're going to watch Invisible Kid come here and do Drag Rider Loon. And he's going to bring these dragons to kill the clan castle and to do some considerable damage, because he drops the dragons there on the bottom where there are no air defenses anywhere near it. So it's a good job there. He'll go ahead and grab the lure with those loons and that extra little hog there. Those loons will completely be trashed as they make their way into the air defense, both of them. And now it's going to anchor onto the bottom with that archer, and then drop those 2 dragons, which will automatically get aggro on that clan castle dragon and take it out, as well as the balloon, who just has to sit there idly waiting to be destroyed, as it can do nothing to these dragons. So the balloon goes down. It's time to go ahead and start the real raid. Dragons will go ahead and be a cleanup troop, so he'll drop a couple more loons in there up at the top to do a 1-for-1 trade into the cannon. Also to make that path so that the hog riders will make it into the core. Remember, he has to make it into the core for the rest of those loons and take out all of those air defenses. Has 2 more heals left over. One of them is just used, so has 2 more, and it'll drop the rest of those hog riders in there. Both air defenses are down. 1 more is left. It heals up that giant bomb, and they're making their way down there. It's time to send in the rest of those loons, and pretty much you only have to worry about that wizard tower, and then it's all done. There still is a dragon, 2 dragons up. So those dragons have been doing cleanup the whole entire time. It was a great strategy. Always look for the weaknesses and see where there are no air defenses or archer towers to take those dragons. And those dragons, even if they get hit by black seeking mines, they still will live through it. All right, since we like that dragon attack so much, we're going to look at the last one by Gladiator. And he's going to bring a Dragloon onto this base, which has been 3-starred many times in this war with hogs. So it's nice to see a base like this 3-starred with Dragloon. So I think I have to watch it again a little closer. We'll watch it together here. I'm pretty sure he would be able to 3-star this base with Dragloon, even if the air defenses were maxed. They are level or Town Hall level 7 max, which I think is level 5. I think that's what they are. But he'll grab a dragon and a loon in the clan castle, start sending his loons in there to kind of go give each other high fives, and as they pass and the other one goes down, yeah, they'll make their way all the way into that core, start going down the way they need to, and hit that last air defense, as he's used a quad zap quake. Sorry, not a quad, zap quake to get the far AD and knock that one down. So right now we're just pretty much again in dragon cleanup mode. It's always dragon cleanup mode even when their defenses are up, because buildings are buildings to dragons. They don't care, and those Teslas will do a little damage over time there, as you can see. If they were max Teslas, even more so, but still too much. There's extra loons that are going around, and they'll go ahead and start they take the black mine. 1 for the team, for the dragons, which makes it completely over, and we will go ahead and fast forward this until the end. All right, and just for a little bit of a bonus, we'll look at my attack real fast on, I think it was 25, just to see for the heck of it. I tried to see if I could do it with 2 heals, just to make it kind of fair. Since I was the Town Hall 9, I just wanted to check it out. So I brought 4 heals. I think I ended up using 3 of them like a normal raid, but all my troops are still Town Hall 8. I still have level 4 hogs. Still have level 5 loons. So this is basically a Town Hall 8 taking a Town Hall 8 with the addition of the Queen in the mix without an ability. So the Queen was a completely non-factor here. in this particular raid, as she just did a little bit of cleanup, but really nothing big. So go ahead and do the standard barbarian, and they're chasing the balloon. They finally get it down. But I'm going to go ahead and start, funneling these hogs. I want them to get all the way into that core. That's my goal, is to get them into the core, and they are moving into the core at this part. I'll go ahead and drop the heal there to go ahead and heal them all back up. Some of the hogs decide they want to go down to the wizard tower, and that's fine. I'll let them die. And I'm going to go ahead and start feeding the rest of my hogs in from the right-hand side. I dropped the loons way prematurely up top. That air defense was not down, so they all got taken out, which definitely did not go as planned. But I still have a bunch more hogs to deploy, and now it's time to go ahead and send the rest of those loons in, and they will go ahead and take out that Tesla and that cannon on the bottom. So I only have to worry about that Wiz Tower and the Tesla on the left-hand side, the hogs. They do trip a giant bomb there. So at this point, I'm deciding if I want to use the heal or not. I could have used it there, and I think I end up using it. I think there is still one extra giant bomb that's going to be a little bit south of the town hall, kind of right to the left of the king. And I'm going to have to use the heal there just because I don't want to lose the raid for no reason. So I dropped the heal there. I think, I don't know if I actually did hit the giant bomb or not, but it doesn't really matter. I just wanted to make sure nothing happened from here to then. It would be silly to lose a raid just for that. But I did want to use just two of the heals. But those hogs will split, go up to the top, and yeah, pretty much take it out. There is that air trap, but no need to use a poison. We're at the last bit of the cleanup phase. Drop the queen in there. Go ahead and walk around and take out the rest of the base with the hogs. So anyway, I'm going to still be showing tons of Town Hall 8 attacks. That's what I'm really focused on until I get considerably higher in Town Hall 9. There's no reason to show the ones that I'm doing or focus on those, except just for fun, until I get my hogs up to at least level 5, my balloons up to level 6, and start getting my queen up to at least level 5, where I can do some decent damage. And I'm going to continue to post Town Hall 8 stuff, because for me, that's where I enjoy the game. I know I'll enjoy it at Town Hall 9 a lot, but that's where I've been staying most of the time, was at the Town Hall 8 level. So we'll see what I do. Maybe I'll keep the Town Hall 8s going all the time and just do a dual channel or something like that. You guys can tell me as well what you like better, Town Hall 8, Town Hall 9, or a mix of both. So anyway, hopefully you were able to look at these attacks. Go ahead and check the strategy out, put it into practice, get those 3-star attacks in the 6-star war.